Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Sugar Moon Tarot. Thank you for stopping by. Today we are going to do an energy check-in to find out what's going on with your person. And also I want to thank everyone who has been supporting my new channel, all of the new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Okay, let's get an overall energy of your person to you. What's this person's overall energy towards Virgo? And we have nature. Okay, when I see that, first of all, they really may be a nature kind of person. They may really truly love being in the outdoors, or they may have something to do with nature, animals, trees, in their job, or something that they really enjoy doing. But the other thing that I see of this is just let things happen naturally. So maybe your person is just wanting things to unfold in a very natural way. Let the rhythm go the way that it's supposed to go without not forcing anything, just letting it happen naturally. That's what I see from that. Okay, so let's get one more energy card here. One more energy card. And we have the moon. Okay, so they may have some questions about things. Maybe they're not able to see everything, or maybe they're wondering what's going on with you right now. There's some hidden questions that they have, or maybe they're hiding their feelings for you, something along that line, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. Okay, so tell me what is going on in their headspace. When they think about Virgo, what are they actually thinking? Okay, well, the first thing is for me, just this very beautiful card. Now, this is in their headspace, so they are actively thinking how much they love you. They are very aware of their feelings. They know that they love you, and it's very fluid. The Ace of Cups is very overflowing love. So this is something that goes all in their headspace, and they are very aware of it at all times. They probably, no matter what they're doing or where they're at or where they're going, they always carry this love with you because it's so fluid. They can't escape that. Okay? Now we have the moon again. So there's something that is a mystery about you to them. Maybe they do not know how you feel, or they're hiding their feelings from you. So if your person has not been telling you how much they love you, that could be what this moon is right here. They're just not revealing everything to you. But it's kind of like they're holding this secretive energy, but I'm going to find out something else about that. It could be that they're wondering about what you're doing, something like that, especially if you've been split up or something like that. Okay, tell me about this moon. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like that they are not sure how you're feeling. I think that's the whole thing, that they're not sure how you're feeling, and they may not be revealing how they're feeling, or they're not telling you anything. Maybe you're not telling them anything. It kind of seems like there's a lot of mystery. Maybe you both are just completely unaware of really exactly how the other one is feeling or what you're thinking about each other. And it just seems like there's just a lot of mystery in the energy. Okay, so I think they're worried about maybe your feelings. Also, with this being left out in the cold, you could have broken up, and you could have turned your back on them, or they could have ghosted you, or any, something like that. Somebody could have broken up with the other one, and now they're wondering about where this is going. You're definitely still in their energy. I see this as you for sure, especially with this being Pentacles and you being the Virgo. I see this energy as being you. So they're thinking about what a great homemaker you are, all of the things that you do around the house and how you keep everything going. I mean, you take care of the bills in the house and the laundry, and you have the sheets changed on the bed, and just all the practical things about running a home, mowing the lawn or whatever it is. And they definitely have that image of you in their mind. They like you in the position of being the homemaker. They tend to like that about you, but they feel left out and they don't know what's going on. And that's a lot of what this moon is about. It's sort of like they're for sure in the dark, and I kind of have the feeling that you both may be in the dark about each other. Okay? We have strength in their mind. So they're needing to gain courage about something. They're needing to gain maybe some independent thoughts, maybe. It's kind of what I'm hearing. It's like maybe they've just been in this moon energy here. We got the moon over here. So it's kind of like they've just been going around and around and around in their headspace, and they just keep thinking the same thing over and over and over. And they need to get some new thoughts that will be positive thinking. Maybe they're feeling a little defeated, or they're feeling insecure. I kind of feel that, especially around the moon, because I just don't know if they think if they come back in, if you're going to reject them, or they've already been rejected or something, but they're lacking some courage and some security. They're lacking security right here. Okay? They are in the hangman position. So they're trying to see a new perspective of things. That's what I was saying whenever I felt like that they needed some more independent thoughts, higher level thinking thoughts. I think is what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense. This hangman is going to bring in those higher level thoughts, and they're going to have a new ideas, and this is going to come from the divine. So they're going to see new perspective of things. They're going to see your perspective of things, especially if you split apart and maybe it just didn't go the way that you wanted it to or the way they wanted it to. And so now they're trying to see it from your perspective, things from a different angle. Okay, they're looking at all angles from this. So this is going to be some higher level thinking that is going to come in, and it is going to bring in the courage that they need, and it's going to give them the confidence they need with these new thoughts here. Okay. We also have this Page of Wands. So this is a messenger of passion. So they're definitely feeling passion, and they definitely want a new beginning with you. They may be thinking about the chemistry and how well you got along and all those things. But the page for me is just kind of a thought. It's just, especially with it being in the headspace, I think it's just a beginning thought process that they want to come in and bring you some passion. But it's a premature, I guess I should say, because they're not quite ready yet, because they don't have the strength quite yet, and they still need to gain some new knowledge and a new perspective of things. But they are thinking along the idea of them wanting to come forward. Now we also have the waiting card here. So they're waiting, and I don't know really what they're waiting on. I don't know if they're waiting for you to reach out to them, or if they're waiting until they feel more secure and more enlightened, until maybe the sun needs to come in and reveal some truth. They're looking for some truth here. We need the Ace of Swords to come out and reveal some clarity. They just feel really in the dark about things. Maybe they just are completely unsure what happened. And, it may be very clear to you what happened, and maybe you think you had a very clear conversation, but sometimes people just don't get it, or they were in a defensive state when you were speaking to them, and so they just didn't understand. And nobody ever wants to blame their own self, and so it just takes time for clarity and truth to come in. And in the meantime, people remain in this moon energy, kind of like they just don't know what to think, they don't know what to feel, they don't know what's going on. But this hangman is going to bring them in some new truth, okay? But I can tell you that they for sure love you because we have the Ace of Cups here. Regardless of what's going on, we have the Ace of Cups. Kind of after I'm looking at this, I'm kind of seeing this as they're retreating, possibly, trying to ground themselves. They're going out into nature, especially if you are with somebody who really loves the great outdoors. They may be going somewhere to find a grounding energy, because I just feel like with this moon, there's just so much mystery and so much confusion that they're not very grounded. And that's what this hangman is going to do. And that's what this is going. Let me read this at the bottom and see what it says. Ground yourself. That was exactly what I just said. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elements. Okay, so yeah, that's what I kind of feel like that they're doing, is trying to get grounded and get stable and find some clarity. Okay, so when they get out into this grounding space, wherever their happy place is, they're probably you're going to start seeing some Ace of Swords that are going to start coming out, because they're going to start getting clarity. You may see the Hermit come out because I feel like they're going off by themselves, okay? And they're wanting nature to speak to them, and maybe trying to figure out how to bring this back to more of a natural flow, is what I was saying earlier, is just let nature take its course, let it unfold naturally, things like that. That way it will relieve all this stress. Okay, so let's see what their heart space is. In their heart of hearts, how do they feel about Virgo? Oh goodness, look at here. The Four of Wands, commitment in their heart space. They're wanting commitment with you. Maybe that's why the moon is here. Maybe they're just not sure if you will accept their offer. But this is commitment. This is love. This is forever love. This can also be seen as a twin flame card. If you're dealing with a twin flame, this could be a confirmation for you. But this is stability. This is tradition. This is the real deal, okay? So they're going off to find out some clarity, but they've got the Ace of Cups in their head, and they've got the Four of Wands in their heart space. Definitely love you. Definitely want some kind of commitment with you. Okay, now we've had the Tower in their heart space. So this is when it's in the heart space, it's about emotions. So there's been some kind of Tower moment in their emotions, and it can be as severe as like an emotional meltdown, or it can just be a shakeup of their emotions. Maybe if it can be anything. If they've had things in the past that have been rooted deep in their heart that they need healing, this can bring it all to the surface. If they've just been real stagnant with you, been in and out, been wishy-washy, all of those things, they just haven't been making decisions, just all of that. The Tower can come in and cause such a shakeup in their emotions that they have these aha moments. And that may be exactly what they're having right now. That they do understand in their headspace, and they also feel it in their heart space, that they love you and that they want this to go forward. So a Tower, I don't see a Tower as a bad thing, especially when you're wanting your person to get in gear. If they've been stagnant with you for a long time, this is a good thing. I would like to see the Tower in my person's heart space sometimes. Get them moving. Get some things shaken up. Now, it is a good thing, but while it's here, and it's here right now in their heart space, while it's here in the current energy, it can be a little bit shocking and traumatizing to your person to some degree, because this is like a tornado that goes into their heart space. And I mean, it tears up everything. Anything that was no longer serves them, anything that doesn't need to be there, any old heartbreaks that need to be healed, any anger that they need to work through, any forgiveness that they need to find, anything that they have buried in their heart space that could be keeping them in this stagnant energy. This tower is coming in, like I said, like a tornado, like a storm, and it will blow it all around their heart. And so it's a hard place to be in. And sometimes it takes a little bit for them to settle out of this energy. It's a good thing because it's going to force healing, but it may take a little bit for the dust to settle, okay? Now, what we do have here, though, is that the wheel is here and the wheel's going to turn. So that means that I do feel like that this was brought in by the divine, for sure, because I think the divine, for me, is who turns the wheel. That's who turns the wheel, is the divine. And this may be what they needed to do to shake everything up, let it settle down, and then the wheel is going to turn and everything is going to get settled, and then you're going to see a new emotional place in your person. They're going to be more advanced. They're going to be at a higher level. They're going, we have towers that come in, and a tower is not a one-time deal. You get a tower, you go through kind of a dark place while you're trying to sort all of this out, and then you'll level out for a while, and then when it's time for things to be shaken up again, another tower will come in. I mean, this is a lifelong process. You're constantly growing, changing, shaping, shifting, and the divine makes sure that you keep moving. And that's what they're doing. They're making sure that your person's going to keep moving. They're not going to allow this tower to just come in and not do what it's supposed to do. It's designed to do something specific in your person. And you'll know what that is because you know your person better than anybody does. So you'll know what is getting shaken up in their heart space or what's needing to be healed or whatever that is. And then the divine, when the tower has completed its purpose, the divine will turn the wheel and will bring calmness into them. Okay. We also have the high priestess here. So the high priestess is going to come in right behind this tower, and the high priestess is going to give them wisdom, bring them wisdom. So all of this moon energy is going to start being cleared up. They're going to start having understanding of maybe the moon was that they didn't understand their own feelings. Maybe their own feelings was a mystery to them. Now that I'm looking at it, and with the tower being in the heart space, that could be what the moon is. Maybe they've just kind of calloused over through the years and just kind of were emotionally detached to some extent. And that's why the moon just seems to hang around, because they just walk around in this kind of defensive self-preservation state. And the tower is going to shift all of that. It's going to change it. And the high priestess is going to come in and bring in new wisdom to them. The high priestess also, when she comes into a person, the person tends to be silent. They immediately want to go get grounded. And that's what this is, because they have all of this downloads coming in from the divine, giving them wisdom and telling them things and bringing them truth. And it can be overwhelming, especially with the tower here. It can be overwhelming. So they tend to just want to go off by themselves and just download all of this information and try to make sense of it. So we have the high priestess here, okay? And then we have the fool. So they're willing to change, and that's good, because there's a lot of people that they're not even willing to change. They don't want to. They don't even see any reason to. They're stagnant. They're stuck. Their heart has walls around it. Nothing flows in it. Nothing flows out of it. It's just stagnant. Your person is not stagnant because they have the leap of faith here. So they're willing to throw caution to the wind and allow the divine to come in and change them. So that is a very good sign. They are willing to be changed. I love that for sure. Okay. All right. Let's see what actions your person may take towards you in the next week or two. Possible actions your person may take towards you in the next week or two. Okay, gosh. All right, looky here. The Two of Cups. Beautiful. So we have the Ace of Cups, the Four of Wands, and now the Two of Cups. So they definitely have had some new realization. And they may, I'm not saying they haven't loved you before. That's not what I'm saying. But the Tower is bringing in a deeper love. This is a divine connection kind of love. So that's why they've had to have the High Priestess and the Hangman here to bring them in new higher levels of thinking. See, that's what I was saying when I was up in their headspace. I feel like it was your person's time to grow. It's time for them to step. It's time for them to step up. It's time for them to be enlightened, and it's time for a new lesson. That's kind of how I feel. They may have kind of gotten stagnant. And so the wheel's coming in, the divine's coming in, they're bringing the Tower, they're bringing these things, and they're snapping them out of it, and they're teaching them a new lesson. And in their actions, they have the Two of Cups. Now, this is probably for me just more of a feeling. It's a feeling of being sure how they feel, which is good. You want your person to feel that way. I don't know that they're going to come and tell you anything. We don't have a night on it, but they definitely are going to have this in their feelings for sure. Okay, so they know how they feel. All right, now we have the Eight of Coins. So they're going to be working on themselves very diligently. Everything that the High Priestess brought in, all of these messages, the High Priestess just downloaded all kinds of information into them, probably while they're out getting grounded. And now they're going to take their new lessons and they're going to be working really hard on themselves. And I think probably they're working a lot on their emotions because that's where the Tower is. Okay. And this is also like a higher level of love for you. And that's emotion. Okay. We also have the King of Wands. So this is a very passionate energy. Now he can be active. He can come in. So I'm not telling you your person won't come in, because we do have the King of Wands here, and this is a lot of passion. And so if they have all of this newfound awareness, they may just be coming over banging on your door like, Virgo, I'm in love with you. Let's do this. I mean, I don't know, but this is a very fiery energy. So I wouldn't be surprised if they came by. Okay. And then we also have the Nine of Wands. So as fiery and passionate as they are, they're still feeling the effects of this Tower. See, for me, this is the same picture. Look behind this Knight up here. This is fiery, stormy weather, and this is stormy weather around this Tower. I see this Tower behind the image here. So they're still kind of down for the count because of what all the Tower brought in. They're reeling from that still. They're not wounded, they're not slain, they're not defeated, they're not laying down. This is a very determined energy. They're just wiping the sweat off their brow. They're just taking a break because the Towers, they were probably just like, whew, what was all of that? Okay. So now they're just kind of resting and just chilling out in place a minute. And that's probably what this is, where they're getting grounded and sorting all of these emotions out. Everything that the Tower brought in, now this, and so now the Moon, they have all this new realization coming in. So what I feel off of all of this is that your person is being enlightened. That's really the message that I get from this. I think that they are by themselves at the moment. I think that they are working on being grounded and finding new perspective, trying to find new truths, trying to get some answers, clear up confusion, clear up anything in their emotions that they're needing to clear up. But the leap of this Fool here, I love this because it tells me just how willing they are. Just, it's almost like they're just speaking to the divine, saying, bring it on. I'm ready and I'm willing. I'll go through whatever you want me to go through because I'm ready to grow and move and change. And that is a wonderful thing for a person to have. Just the willingness to grow and expand and change. I absolutely love that. Okay, so let's get a message from your person. What does this person have to say to Virgo right now? I just wasn't ready for you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we've been saying. there's just been something that was not quite ready. But I do feel like the divine has stepped in and they are having an encounter. That's kind of, I don't know what to title this message, maybe something like that. They're having an encounter with the divine in this moment. And I think that it's changing them for the better and that they are leveling up. That's actually what's happening. They're leveling up. Now, you may not see it with your own eyes because they may be being silent. They may be off on their own. You may not be hearing from them, but that's okay because they're in the hands of the divine. So just have trust and have faith that everything is working out like it's supposed to, because this is the last thing I want you to remember. This is the way I want you to think about what's going on with this is how they feel about you. Okay. There's no question how they feel, but they're just the divine is trying to level them up. That's the best way that I can explain how I feel off of this. Okay. All right. That's all I got for you, Virgo. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time.